I forgot little man was still on. I lived. I survived the blizzard. I braved the cold, the wind and the rain and the snow. Just to make it back home to you. But how are you doing today? How are you doing? My boss at work made me mad, so they didn't get to see picture of baby. They want me to print off the labels I need using the zebra instead of using the whole ass device that costs a couple $1,000s and is made to do it. And he's faster at it. It's really dumb. I've told them, like, hey, this was a bad idea. Sure, we can have it as an additional option, but really we're just going to have people trying to print stuff while someone else is trying to print something. And so I'm going to get mixed together and be a whole cluster fudge. Cluster fudge. I'm not going to curse. I'm going to be better about not cursing. I'm going to watch the fudge and profanity. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. I shouldn't be cursing. Little guy with an even littler niece who's adorable. She's so cute. She's so cute. Just, I'm going to combust. I would assassinate the prime rib of Malaysia for her. I had some other ideas for stream. For example, the chocolate milk stream, but then I realized if I drink more than one glass of chocolate milk, which I got a nice glass of chocolate milk here, I would die. I also thought about post-niece clarity, but then I realized that is a terrible, horrendous, awful name, and I'm a bad person just for thinking about it. But if for any of you that weren't following or in the Discord, weren't here yesterday or looking at my Twitter or my Blue Sky, I have an adorable new niece. She was born late Monday. I didn't get to see her, though, until Tuesday afternoon. I still got there within the first 24 hours, though. Got to see her before her grandpa. One of her grandpas. And I held that baby for at least an hour. I would have kept holding the baby, but for some reason, her dad wanted her back. I'm here like, I'm not sure, man. I want this baby. I might steal this baby. It's very cute. It's the cutest little thing. Little button nose. She's like scrunching up her face while she was sleeping.
having bad dreams about being born. Can't blame her. Wearing your mom as a hat, that's gotta be awkward. Oh, but I'm going to, when I go up to see my friends on the way, I'm going to stop and get a nice big board of southern yellow pine. Or maybe something a little harder. We'll see what they got. I need a 2x4. And at least 8 foot of it. And I'm going to make a whole bunch of wooden blocks. So when she gets bigger, she'll have a bunch of wood blocks to play with. I just need to find a milk crate that I can put them all in. Uncle Life. That's what the stream should be called. Uncle Life. I am very happy to be an uncle, though. I don't think I should have kids because I can't. They look at me with those big, watery, round, wet eyes, and they're just like, "Can I have a pony?" And instead of saying, "No, sweetie," I'm over here like, "Of course. What color pony do you want?" Good morning, Panda. Good morning. How are you doing today? Good morning to you as well, Grignard Region. Grignard Region? I'm not quite sure how I should say your name. Please tell me so I get it right. How are you doing today? It's a chemical. All right, I'm not chemically smart. I almost failed chemistry. I'm over here like, this is a thing of borium. It's very poison. Oh, wait, no, that was the soy sauce. We're good. Tomato, tomato. Oh, tomato, tomato. Yep. I think I will call you Reagent? Reagent? I think that's the last half of your name there. I can pronounce that word. I've been talking about my new little niece. She's so cute. Yeah, if you have some other way you'd like me to call you, just show me how to say it. I'm not too smart. But how are you two doing? I should grab a picture of niece. I love saying no to adults. I love making adult people mad, but little kids, it's like, no, I can't say no to you. You're adorable. It's like, you want a horse? What color? Oh, it's midnight for you? You must be on the other side of the world. It's 1 in the afternoon for me. Wicked. My new little niece was born late Monday night. I'm so happy. I got to see her yesterday. Your Kamiyoshi? Which one's your Kamiyoshi? Is that Zentreya? No. No, it's Wednesday. Zentreya won't be here on Wednesday. I forgot. I was supposed to post that. I was supposed to tweet that this morning. I meant to tweet that when I woke up. Ah. It's not too late. One second. If I go to Zentreya's chat right now, what's the odds it's going to be in there? Yep, there it is. I see it. I knew it. I knew it'd be right there. Oh, Panda is another VTuber brained person. And there's this copy pasta I've just put in our chat about It it doesn't fit. I'm not paying for premium Twitter. I'm not doing it. Or Blue Sky. Never mind, I'm not posting the copy pasta. I'm not doing it today. Yeah. I was turned into a VTuber brain person by Miss Ariel. Oh, but who is doing their big marathon stream, Panda? He was having a Maka. Wicked. I'll probably end up watching them when I'm done streaming then. Oh, but I had an idea for content. Hear me out. I make a commercial for the Froggy Lock Little Criminal Coffee Cup about all the stuff you could put inside this cup. I think that'd be pretty funny. What do you mean? What do you mean, Bor? How could you say that? Oh, probably. It's like, come on, you could put coffee in this thing. You could put instant coffee in here. You could put water if you need your breakfast fix. You could put some orange juice in here or milk. Hell, you could even put chocolate milk like I did today. A whole lot of chocolate milk, in fact. You could pour your energy drinks in here, your sodas. You could use it to store extra screws and nuts and bolts in the workshop. You could put cereal inside here, dry or moist. So many options. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, I was having a nice, pleasant day at work, getting things caught up because I've been gone for 3 days, so I had to do some extra cleaning when I came in. Put me a little behind, but it was going to be fine. And then boss was like, hey, the store across town just had their health inspection and they failed. Like the private health inspector man's. So instead of baking cookies and doing all that other stuff, it's like, nope, I am deep cleaning. And then when I was finally going to be able to do the cookies, man came in to work on the oven, so I wouldn't have an oven if I made cookies. Oh, caffeinated. It is when you have caffeine, like energy drinks, like coffee and sodas. And Monster Energy. Which is my vice. You're editing a stream? Wicked. Are you making yourself some YouTube videos? I could make some fake confessionals like, since I got my Froggy Lock Little Criminal Coffee Cup, I've committed more crime. Heart condition, or why can't you drink energy drink? Well, I hope your YouTube video does well. Rock on, Wicked. I know you can't see it, but I'm doing the little like rock on thing with my hand and wiggling it. I realized as I look at my hand doing that I am old. At any cost? At any cost. Absolutely under no circumstances should I give Boar a monster energy. Should I give them a 5-hour energy? Which once you build up a tolerance for it is really just 1 hour of energy when you think about it. So I gotta drink like 5 of those things in one go. Caffeine has never affected me very much. I think that's an ADHD thing. Or at least I heard from another one of my friends, former friends, we don't really hang out anymore, that caffeine affects people with ADHD different. Yeah, exactly. If you go on to gamersupps.gg and use code HOLLOW, that's HOLO, you could get yourself some Gamersups that's caffeine free. You could even get AFK, which helps you sleep. And on the 7th, they're having, I think it's the 7th, a free cup giveaway for the first however many orders. All you gotta do is use code HOLLOW. Same code as previously. Oh, yeah, that's right. Most people don't know that lemonade is caffeinated. It nearly killed a woman. She was slurping that lemonade down like it was free. Because I'm pretty sure it was free when you got a big meal there. Pretty sure the cat, if I remember right. And she had like 7 of their lemonades and nearly died. Had a heart attack, I think. For the music we're listening to today came out when I was your age. You were a baby when this song came out. Early 2010s hit hard. Oh, Ophelia. I was in love. Panda, do you remember when Pompeii was new? Do you remember when Pompeii was a new song on the radio? I remember being a young man going to the public pool swimming. And all the pop songs will play. This is, yeah, Adele is that old. But yeah, I need to call Menards and see if they'll cut a board for me if I go and pick it up in my card. I just need it cut in half so it'll fit in the back seat. I've never watched a Grammy, I'll be honest. I don't care. I don't need snooty people telling me what's good. I'll watch something and decide if it's good. Not that I watch movies anymore. I haven't sat down and watched a proper movie in years. ADHD 3. Wait, are you talking about the B movie memes? Are you talking about the B movie? I remember the B movie. I missed the B movie. It was good. It gave you nightmares? Fair. Imagine having your woman be stolen by a bee. You like jazz. Oh, that is nostalgic now. All through high school, B-movie memes were a thing. He was just a guy shaped like a peanut. Oh, but yeah, I want to go to Menards and get like some southern yellow pine or maybe like a walnut board and make a bunch of wooden blocks. So when my little niece is bigger, she can play with them. That's right, it was Seinfeld. I always forget that Jerry Seinfeld is his actual name. I just assumed that in Seinfeld he was playing a character named that. I'm like, oh, what is Jerry Seinfeld's name? Uh, so it's when you're in a relationship with a person and they intimately interact with another person, sometimes while you watch. It's basically cheating. Nah. What the fuck? Nah. Sometimes. Yeah, NTR. It is, in my opinion, like the seventh worst kink. Some people are into that stuff. That's why all the hotels have that one chair that's facing the bed. It makes them millions having that chair. And that's why love hotels have unscented shampoos and whatnot. What do you mean? What else would that chair be for? There's less chairs than there are people meant to be in that room. Therefore, it's not meant for someone that would be in the bed. Here's the bed fits two, and there's one chair. I hate to tell you this, Panda. I hate to tell you this, but you might have been being cut. What do you mean you're not going to sleep on the floor? Floor is superior. I would sleep on floor before I sleep on bed 9 times out of 10. When I was in like my 1920s, like 19 to 20, not in the 1920s. I'm not that old yet. I would take my blankets and pillows off the bed and just lay on the floor. Uh, uh, God vergeer alsjeblieft weer wat ik gegeten het vergeet alsjeblieft der die mens van goed zondes de wereld zelfs moet en alsjeblieft niet applaus niet. If it has an ottoman. Now, I don't know what any of those words mean other than God and die. So I assume you invoked the good Lord in a fit of expletives there. Not and something about not wanting to believe what I am saying. That is my guess. Oh, I remember this song. No, not Peter Parker. Who else? Who's going to take the pictures of Spider-Man? I need more pictures of Spider-Man. Oh, I remember my family had a dog named Sam, and he would howl along with this song when my family was singing along to it. Peter Parker, he's the person that takes pictures of Spider-Man. And has no other relationship with Spider-Man, I'm certain. Yeah, the lead photographer for the Daily Bugle. Exactly, you get it, Panda. Everyone knows Peter Parker. His name's in the credits for the Daily Bugle's front page like every other day. It's a newspaper in New York. They're the one that always headlines Spider-Man. No, newspaper, not news website. You want your pictures of Spider-Man, you gotta go out down to the bodega, provide the 17 necessary pads, $4.96, and get your newspaper. I I want a bodega cat. Bodega cats are way different from normal cats. Those are a different beast. They're not owned, fixed, or trained or nothing. They just have chosen to live there at the bodega. Yeah, I wish I lived in an area that had bodegas. I'm not even sure a bodega is real. I've never seen a bodega, so it might not be real. I've never seen mountains. They might not exist. I've never seen the ocean. You're telling me the land just stops? Impossible. It's probably just a really big lake and everybody's exaggerating. No, it was way funnier. The Daily Bugle is the newspaper in Spider-Man. I figured I mentioned Spider-Man enough that you would be aware that it is in the movies and the shows. How else are you going to take pictures of Spider-Man? Spider-Man isn't real, probably. Not for another 3 years. We need a lot of health and safety regulations to go away first. You've never watched Spider-Man? Well, that's on you. That's your fault. I figure even if you didn't watch it, you're at least aware of who the heroes are. Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America Man, Winter Soldier Man, Black Widow Man. Hawkeye Man. You know how it is. It's name then man. That's how superheroes work. Exactly. You know what superhero movie I really liked growing up? I discovered it on accident while waking up really late at night and was just on the TV back when my family had dish television, so I would have been like 10. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. 1 second. Who the hell names themselves after a spider? It's a hell of a lot more creative than Spider-Man. Would you rather Spider-Man or Black Widow? Exactly. Exactly. Panda gets it. It's you and me, Panda. You and me against the world, or at least Boreas. A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. They had a vampire lady. They had Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Have I told you why it's the year 1333? Because it is the year. Because the G comes from Himeji Castle, which the first structure built on the site was built in 1333. Yep, I told you. You're right. I was going to tell you, and I did. That was when the first fort was built there, at least. It was later torn down for the modern iteration that has had many extensions put on it in a second tower built in the 1600s, I want to say, or late 1500s. Because I used to go by Himeji, but I figured that it would be terrible search engine optimization. Because every time someone looked at my name, they would just get a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So instead, I'm just like, I will take this last part. I will take a suffix, and then I'll take the year it was made. Because Himeji Castle is what really got me interested in like Japanese architecture and like the aesthetics of the Edo period. I think that's the Edo. It's been a long time since I did my research. The cool thing about Himeji Castle is during the firebombing raids in World War II, one of the bombs broke through the roof of the castle, which was being used as an ammo storage depot at the time, but failed to detonate. It was just sitting on the top floor the next day when somebody came in. And they're like, oh no, we got to do something about this, guys. Guys, help. I'm not touching it. You touch it. No, you touch it. Of course, all that was in Japanese, but still. Hey, hey, hey. Your lipstick stains on the front lobe of my left side brain. I knew I couldn't forget you, so I went and let you blow my mind. I, at one point in time, knew every single Scissor Sisters song word for word. Because I like this song. And I Don't Feel Like Dancing, I think was the other one that I really liked. So I went and learned all their songs. Sister, ain't that mischief mister on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey, soul sister, I don't want to miss a single thing you do tonight. man, Just Dance back in the day hit different. I'm guessing it's some kind of Greek god of winter, and that's where we get the term boreal. Like a boreal forest. That sounds right. That sounds right. Well, you gotta work hard. You gotta work hard enough to become more famous than the very gods. That's how streaming works. You become so famous, you steal your name back from whoever had it previously. That's the goal. You want to be the first thing that pops up when someone searches your name. Oh, what do you mean? Sometimes I like to do voices. It's fun. Hey, you just gotta go deep in gravity with your voice sometimes. It's fun. Like, steal your name from the very gods who once bore it. Like that. I played God of War. Never finished it. Never even got very far. But I played it. I assume that's like the vibe. Oh, you just gotta practice. Voices are just a matter of practice. Not me doing a bad impression of the Joker while driving on the interstate. I swear, if somebody looks over and sees me while I'm driving, they're gonna think I'm insane. Like, why is this man monologuing to no one? That's why I do it when I'm by myself driving. It's how I come up with voices for like D&D characters. Yes. Clinically so, some might say. Like my doctors. But even still. Have you ever tried going through life being completely sane? Life sucks. Being a little insane really helps. Really, really helps. A long time. Oh, I need to set some time aside to work on crib. I knew I wasn't going to get done in time for my niece, so I went and just bought a crib. But I'll have more nieces and nephews, and one of them will get to use the crib I've started. Oh, so you two know, there will be no stream on Friday because I have a work meeting 2 hours after work, so I'd be able to come home stream for maybe an hour and have to go immediately. Oh my God. Dear God. But if we didn't have Google, now I could just look it up on Bing. I could Bing it. Couldn't Google it, but you could Bing it. Right? I think you could. I think that's how that works. I don't know a lot of things about much. I'll be honest. I'm kind of stupid. Bing runs on Google? What if I went to Yahoo? Went to Yahoo Answers. Would that work? And like, if Google is deleted, does that mean you can still go to places as long as you know the URL? All right. I swear, my anti pop up thing gives me more pop ups. How dare you open that tab? How dare you? Copilot? What is Copilot? All right. And AI, I don't trust AI. If it can't drink a coffee, I don't trust it. Okay. So if the Google search engine died tomorrow, you could use Bing. You could use Microsoft Edge to go on Bing and look up what happened to Google. That is a sentence of all time. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Other than the trees, younger than the mountains, flowing like a breeze. I don't know. So is Copilot like the new Clippy? Is that it? I don't use AI for anything as far as I'm aware. And not even out of conscientious ejection or nothing. I'm just stupid. Wait, I do use AI image generators for D&D characters on occasion. They're absolute crud, but I just need a face for my D&D character so I can get good art. Speaking of, I'm looking forward to playing D&D every other Sunday with my friend Joey and Captain Erica again. I'm going to be playing a transmutation wizard that's really good at cooking. Hey, Panda, we can make that work. We can make it work. All we gotta do is slap a picture of an anime woman on top of it. Makes me think of, do you remember the Gate box? GATE box. I remember when this was going to be huge. It still exists. There's already R34 content of Copilot. Rule 34. Do you understand if I say that? Please say you understand if I say that and I don't have to say anymore. Please, please, please. no, Gatebox has added AI. How could they do this? How could they? What has happened? No! Here, I'm grabbing a picture so I can share with you. So I can share with the class. So Gatebox was this supposed to be this little like Keurig coffee machine type thing with an anime woman inside of it. She was supposed to be like a personal assistant that would, when you could tell her to remind you stuff and she would text you. She would let you know if you need to bring an umbrella with you when you leave the house, things like that. It was billed as being great for very lonely people. Oh, rip Oprah. I remember though. This was going to be huge. I wanted one, and then I found out they were $2,000 and did not speak English. God has smiled upon you. 704. Yeah, no wonder it crashed. Fair. Maybe I should get a gate box and put it on my counter in the background. That'd be pretty funny. Honestly, I thought the jar memes would have killed this, though. Oprah Winfrey is a person. It's the you get a car and you get a car. You all get a car. That lady. Larger African American woman. She said, and I quote, the lowest point in my life was when I had my chef make 5 pounds of mac and cheese for me and I ate it all in one sitting. To which I said, you had a chef? Oprah Winfrey did the largest TV show giveaway until John Oliver beat her like 3-4 years ago. She gave everyone in her audience a brand new car. I mean, I can accept that she was depressed and whatnot, but at the same time, I'm more here like, ma'am, you are better off than 90% of the people, 99% of people in this world. If you can't be grateful for that, then in all honesty, it's kind of on you at some point. Yeah, old Mr. Beast, but woman. Your SSD, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds important. Yeah, and African American. Man, Ozempic really helped Oprah out, though. And she looks great for her age. Let's be honest. If you had millions of dollars to spend to look great forever, you'd look great forever. Panda, how do we fix Boar's computer? Boar's computer is dying. Panda's smart. They can help you. Oh, this is old. This is real old. I remember this song from when I was a baby. Or one of the few CDs I had when I was really young was the Beatles Best Of, the red CD with the white one on it. Oh, speaking of phone, I've been wanting to show you guys a picture of my broken phone case, but I don't have a phone to take a picture of my broken phone case. The entire back plate that covers the back of the phone separated from the soft plastic bit that surrounds the phone and just kind of fell off. So now my phone case is the equivalent of assless chaps on a phone. Oh, more, you probably don't know what assless chaps are. They're like pants, but heavier leather, and they have no ass. Hence the assless. They're meant to like protect your legs when you're like riding a motorcycle or working. Well, I'm trying to decide. Do we want to play some Balatro? I don't feel like Spirit Tea would be fun to play right now. My throat's still bugging me a little bit. As long as I don't stream my voice too much, it's fine. I just shouldn't be trying to voice act at all. I'm not a voice actor, though. I did play Balatro a little bit. Okay, a bit more than a little on my own. Like 3-4 hours. I managed to win one game with the blue deck, and then I couldn't win a game with the gold deck. I couldn't do it. I kept trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, but I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I'm going to crash out. All that money, I couldn't do it. I'm honestly debating looking up a seed just so I can be like, hey, give me a seed that gives me a really early game credit card and a Vagabond Joker. You might have to close my stream. Try not to have multiple programs running right now. I believe in you. We can fix this together with our brain cell combined. Why am I buzzing? Oh, did you see Papa Mutt making mead yesterday, Panda? That was pretty fun. I watched a lot of mead making videos, but it's kind of cool seeing someone like start to finish some stuff. It's the start part. I was the one that's sort of like, man, my man, do you have a fun or a siphon? You're gonna need that. I see the amount of stuff you're putting in there. I really wanted to. I really want some mead. I want some good mead. Drink mead in the halls of Whiterun and all that. I want to be a Viking. Viking would be fun. And moonshine. Yeah, I'm the one that was like, make it kombucha instead of kombucha. The RG brew. Yeah. Panda can help you, Boar. Panda's real smart. Oh, I should probably upload more VODs. I uploaded like 3 days worth of VODs. I also deleted some that were bad quality from internet breaking. So not every VOD will get uploaded to the VODs channel, but VODs that don't have like major, like it's in 3 pieces because internet died multiple times will. Or close Twitch, restart your phone, and then call Panda. They do this professionally. They can help. Oh, we had a blizzard come through today. I was not expecting another blizzard this time of year. But we also had really high winds to go with it. Because there's only like 2, maybe 3 inches of wintry mix, like rain and snow. Everything is covered in snow and ice and it's gross. I went through it and shoveled all around my building to get the ice off, but it's all black ice now. You can't even tell it's there, which means it looks like I did my job, which is the best kind of did my job. Oh, it's just barely below freezing right now. That's why it's so bad. It's a wintry mix, but it has gotten as low as minus 40 degrees. Yeah, black ice is bad, but I put salt down on everything. And if it goes up just black ice is ice that's so clear you can't see it. You can't tell it's there till you're standing on it and sliding, or worse, driving on it. Minus 40 in Fahrenheit is the same as minus 40 in Celsius. Fun math. Yeah, it's ice that you can't tell is there on the pavement. It's called black ice because it matches blacktop roads. It's usually just because the ice is so clear and smooth, you can't tell it's there. Since when does minus 40 Fahrenheit mean minus 40 Celsius? Since always. It's a logarithmic scale. It was bound to meet somewhere, and that's where it met. Logarithmic is not the right word, I don't think, but you know what I mean. Colder than my ex-wife's feet in bed. No, negative 40 C. Negative. Minus 40 Fahrenheit is minus 40 Celsius. I couldn't go outside for more than 5 minutes at a time. Yes. All right, I'm going to Google. I'm going to Google. F2C. Minus 40 Fahrenheit is minus 40 Celsius. So you make minus 40 minus 32 and multiply that by 5/9. And I'm going to fucking crash out. New image. No, I'm doing this now. I'm doing this. Browse. 1 second. References. No, go to this PC. Go to window. Why are there all these folders in here? Windows? No. gallery. Ah, I found the picture. Then we take this picture and we put it in here. See? 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 Will Google lie to me? Will Google lie? I say nay. Minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit, that's minus 40 degrees Celsius. That's math. Could I do that math? Not really, no. No. No, I couldn't. That math is hard. Once you multiply by fractions, it gets weird. That's why wouldn't you just divide by 9 and then multiply by 5? Because you need 1/9 and then you need 5 of those. Math. That was the main reason I got through math, was because I learned how to break down problems. Oh, I love how my bangs get bouncy. Look at that. Look how they bounce. I can make it bounce. Ayo. Oh, I realize I haven't given you your rations in a while. I haven't given you them. Oh, I haven't given you your chest rations, so you haven't earned them really, have you? When it said I was a heritage site? Yeah, the chest rations. But I don't think Chat has earned the chest rations. Himeji Castle. I don't lie. Himeji Castle. One second. It's the largest, most visited castle in Japan. It was registered in 1993 as one of the first UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the country. Well, the way I figure it, I should probably get at least one follow in order to strip. I can't just do it for free. I'm not some harlot. You know what I mean? You need to earn it. You just give it away for free. And if we get affiliate, maybe I could even make a redeem where I go shirtless for a bit and you could see abs. I'd have to buy Live 2D Cubism subscription to re-rig the model. I could do that, but only if we got affiliate. I don't know. You did raid into me the other day, so maybe I could do that for you. There. I suppose. I suppose you can have chest. I should bother my model mama for a new arm. I need a new left arm. One that's not held in front of my chest. So you can see all of the chesty. Here, let's zoom out just a little bit. You can see more of me. There we go. I didn't mean to pin that. 1 second. Click list. I need to make chat bigger so I can interact with it better. There we go. I think that's a good message to pin, don't you? Oh, but I do have one more toggle. One more toggle that people seem to enjoy. I can do the angry stepdad. They can take off my belt. Why is it pinned, I wonder? Did you not want the pin of shame? Smile. Asterisk, smile, asterisk. Oh, I started a chicken breast cooking before I stream. I'm very responsible. I've only been pinned ashamed once, and I can't remember what it is I said, but I just played it off as, oh, I was trying to be funny. This is an honor. You can't fry it because it's in the slow cooker boiling. It's going to boil for 4 to 5 hours. Then I'm going to shred it and mix some of it in with my rice for dinner. Boiled chicken with garlic and onion and paprika. I'll need to clean out one of my jars, though, with the old chicken broth because it makes a thin chicken broth that I then use to cook my rice instead of water. I swear, Boar, you're one of the most entertaining people to read in my chat. I love my little chat. My little guests, my chatlings, Chatwick here. Oh, heck. That reminds me, I was supposed to start listening to book today. I'll do it tomorrow. It's a shorter book. It's only like 20 hours. That's right, we're doing book club on the last Sunday of this month during our normal community day time. Or at least probably towards the end of that stream, I would think, since that's when the most people are usually here. Cold in the night, so old in the saints, we see are all made of gold. Names have failed in the realm I fell. The peace inside, there's nowhere we can hide. Yeah, do your homework. If it's graded, do your homework. If it's not graded, don't do it. I have no choice. We're putting the shirt back on. I'm aggressively getting dressed in your direction. Yeah, I had to read your message twice too before I was like, no, you may not. No, I could go in to my model and just get rid of the black shirt, have like a really slutty V-neck going on. Be a little more teasing in how I do it. Now we got a slutty little waist on this model, I'll be honest. Looks very grabbable. You know what I mean? Not. I mean, look at the waist on this model. Look, we got some good waist action there. That looks grabbable, don't it? I'm not going to comment on that comment board. No. Why would you say that? Yeah, I'm not commenting on that. I'm not committing crimes. I don't own an island. I can't commit crime. I can't commit that crime. Now go do your homework. I'm serious, Anthony. Go do your homework. No, I can't. No, I can't. Automod got your F off. Yeah, I know your middle name. And don't you know when somebody yells and uses your middle name, that's when you're in trouble. If I ever heard my middle name, I knew to run. But I want to live. Nope, I'm not doing this. I wish to live. Once I got faster than my parents, whew, saved me a couple times. I also need to re-rig my mouth. It doesn't match my face movements well enough, I don't think. I know part of that is just that I'm using the computer face tracking and not like an iPhone, since iPhones have the best face tracking. All right, doing your fast homework. Fast homework. I still remember one of my teachers, I think it was for my physics class. I think she did a couple of my science courses actually. I remember physics most of all because it was the most math heavy. And I would go, and she'd give us a homework assignment and I would ace it. And then she'd give us the same homework assignment again, but with different numbers. And I wouldn't do it after that. After I got it down perfectly, I just wouldn't do it. There was no reason to do it. It wasn't scored. The only thing scored was the test at the end of the week. And she kept threatening to give us the test early because we weren't doing the homework. I said, ma'am, do it. You won't. Bet. Bet. I could finish this course in a month and you're making us take 3? I'm not going to do your stupid homework that isn't graded when I have French homework and have to read 4 more chapters of freaking Ethan Frome. Terrible book. Hated every minute of it. Man just wanted to cheat on his wife with her sister, and he should have just done it. Yeah, if the test is the homework, it's the same thing as the homework, just different numbers. All right, ma'am, I am good at math. You gave us this cheat card to use that has the formula. At this point, there's nothing more I need. It is plug and play. It's that simple. The only thing you haven't done with this is put a handle on it so it can be carried around. I swear. As Bohr would say, Heibo. I like how it took nearly a minute to load the based emote. I'll need to upgrade things somehow. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out as I go. I feel like I need to download those files so it has somewhere natively it can pull from. You know what I mean? Like instead of having to go out to the internet and be like, yeah, what is this? What is this, Mr. 7TV? What is this? You can have it in your cupboard. Then I do remember in one of her other physics courses, probably when I was taking a natural sciences with her, which I really disliked her. She was not nice as a teacher. She got a concussion and split her skull open because to explain centrifugal force, she had two students spin her in an office chair as fast as they could, and she went flying out of the office chair. I remember she was asking how my mom got one of my sister's pins. Because I call them my sisters, but they're the two girls my mom babysitted for as long as I can remember, like every day after school. So we grew up together. They're my sisters in all but blood. And she was like, well, my mom said to that teacher, well, I bought them. I'm over here like, well, if she wants to start talking drama about my sister's parents and whatnot, if I had been there, I would have thrown that woman in the pool. Because this was at a swim meet. Like, ma'am, I will throw you in that pool if you don't mind your goddamn business. You are a teacher. You should be more mature than this and not sharing the private lives of your students with other people. Her son, one of the nicest boys I ever met. But the teacher, terrible. Even her kids hate her. Woo! Makes me mad. Makes me so mad. She's just like, yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't doing anything important. I could have spent an evening in jail for throwing a woman into a pool. Nah, they wouldn't have caught me. I know how to take off my license plates pretty quickly. I would just go for a weekend trip. That turns into a month trip. That turns into moving across country. Smile. I'm pretty sure I was still in school at the time, so I wouldn't have got any major charges. You got to know what you're willing to do. Where your line is. And for me, it's family. At least the family I pick. It's the man on the run. You know, I just start driving in a straight line. I'd hit Canada in like 2 days. It's not that hard. You just go north. Just go north. It's that easy. I took a French class. I would have survived in Canada. They claim to speak French, but from what I've seen, it's all English up there. It's all English. The only weird thing they got in Canada is milk in a bag. And as long as it's not that gross blue milk from the new Star Wars movies, I'm probably good. And I can't even really drink that much milk anyway. High school French. The best part is I dropped French 2 in high school because the teacher, another absolutely terrible person. It was in the old movies too. I don't remember anyone drinking the blue milk from the tap in the movies. They wasn't even pasteurized. But I dropped French 2, changed to a different course. And it still shows up on my transcript of me having passed it with the D I had at the time. But hey, yo, free credit. I love a counting error in my favor. Oh, they just had some. I probably saw that as a child. It's like, oh, juice. They got that blue Kool-Aid. Wicked. Oh, I remember my parents had like a 1-gallon pitcher that we would make Kool-Aid in the summers. I swear, I could drink that whole thing if it was the blue Kool-Aid. Blue Kool-Aid was the best. I don't even remember what flavor it was. I just know it was blue. Purple and red? Dog water. Hot bullshit. Terrible. That's probably it. The light blue. The light blue, sky blue colored Kool-Aid. That was the best one. I remember my siblings were always grossed out by people. If you took a sip out of someone else's cup by mistake, that was now your cup because they weren't willing to drink out of it. It didn't work the other way, though. If someone drank out of my cup, I'd just be like, book it, and still drink out of it. So if somebody got the last cup of the blue Kool-Aid, you best bet I was having at least half of that cup. Exactly. It's like, look, your spit is my spit. We're siblings. It's the same spit. Although when I was little, I did think I might have been the milkman's kid. I did think that for a while until I got older and realized how much my mannerisms and like the way I move is like my dad. Mainly because I was the very quiet, reserved kid, unlike all of the rest of my siblings. I was like, there's no way I'm like these idiots. I must have a cool dad somewhere. I know I gotta be my mom's kid. You don't accidentally end up with the wrong mom. But now here I am, a wrinkled elderly 25 with my hand resting on the middle-aged portion of my back. I was a menace growing up. Absolute menace. I learned I learned how to manipulate my siblings. If you say so. If you say so, buddy. I learned how to, like, hey, if I take little brother's shirt and put it in other little brother's closet, there will be a fight. It was that easy. But if I just casually let my middle finger be extended in such a way as only one of my brothers sees it, but don't act out, they'll get mad and my parents will yell at them. And then they won't get to play on the PlayStation, which means I will get more PlayStation time rations. I was an evil genius. I knew I wasn't allowed to hit my sister back if she ever hit me, for example. So if she grabbed my arm, she had long nails. I would let her nails cut me. And then I would run to that, Mom, look at what sister did. And I won. That's how I won. I have had my siblings chase me with a knife, though. That's where the long legs came in handy. I would just lock myself in the bathroom. Got toilet, got water. I'm probably good. They'll get tired before long. And then I remember both me and my sister, my blood sister in this case, blood related, she had been pushing me around all night because she knew I wasn't going to hit her. Because I'm a good big brother. I want to say I was like 18 and she was 16 at the time. And I wound back because she went chest bump me and shoved me around more. I wound back and I full General Hospital, Grey's Anatomy, slapped her across the face and she dropped. She dropped straight down. And I looked at her and I was just like, oh, I just did that. I kind of thought she dodged. I'll be honest. And I knew I had about 12 seconds till the stun would end. So I booked it and I locked myself in my parents' bathroom because that was the bathroom where they weren't allowed to use a butter knife to force it open. And my sister still thinks she gets a free slap now. She still thinks she gets a slap. And she says she's going to use it one day on my wedding. And I think that's very funny that she thinks I'll get married. Exactly. I stun locked her. She was stance broken, so I had a few seconds to capitalize on that. It's like the slap bet from How I Met Your Mother, if you remember that show. She thinks she gets a slap. Joke's on her, I'll slap her back just as hard. Because when I slapped her, I didn't hit her with the combo break joke. Because I didn't just slap her with the palm of my hand. Exactly. I did it at such a perfect angle that it was only my fingers that went across her face. Only my bony ass fingers just bam. The fastest moving part, like a whip getting cracked. And it wasn't just her that was stunned. My mom and dad were too. And they weren't all that mad at me for hitting her because she kinda had it coming. That's what you think. Until you realize my fingers are 4 essentially bone rods. I swear, though, it was a loud slap. I can still hear it. It was it was like a daytime drama slap. And the best part, though, is after I locked myself in the bathroom, I waited for her. She was prowling out there, prowling back and forth like a hunting cat ready to pounce to get me the second I left the bathroom. I think so. I think it did. We had a decent sized house, so stuff did echo. But I waited and I waited and I listened. And when I heard her out in the living room, I made a break for it. I went to my bedroom. I grabbed my pillows and a blanket. And then I was back in the bathroom with her right on my heels. Like, ha, I could be in here all night now. And I was. I slept in the bathroom. You only get to hit your sister once and get away with it. That was before I lived in the basement. But I'm pretty sure I still had the two pillows then, so it must have been just shortly before I moved down to the basement to have my own room. My own room, without a door, as a teenage boy. That was kind of a mistake, I feel like. So I would have had the futon, but it would have been functional still. Like the couch type futon. Because the two pillows I had came with that futon, which came from my grandparents' place when they sold their house. And I still have those pillows. They're right here next to me. I re-sewed one of the seams on them the other day. But I was stitching the seam closed on the pillow so the stuffing would stop coming out, because every morning I would wake up, I'd grab the stuffing and push it back into the pillow. I was like, man, I would make such a good housewife, I thought to myself as I was stitching. Then I had to stop for a while to laugh. Then I finished stitching. Well, I remember, so my bed was right up against the wall down in the basement. I could hear every sound that echoed through the walls. Three guesses what sort of sounds came echoing down from upstairs from my parents' room. Man wife, yes. I was also at the age where it's like, I know what that funny little purple squeeze bottle's for. Why do I know what that funny little purple squeeze bottle's for? God damn it, why did I have to see that? I didn't want to see that. I'm aware it happens. I figured not that often now that you're older, but apparently it's still often. You know what I mean? It's like I'm aware you guys can get freaky with it, but I don't want to know the schedule. I don't want to know when it's happening. I'm just glad I never found any chains and whips. Found the Austin Powers branded pump, but no chains and whips. They're not here. They don't. They don't need to know. The Have you seen the Austin Powers movie when they're giving him all his items after they thaw him out? Because I am not explaining that joke on stream. I'm not doing it. I would get yeeted into the stratosphere by Twitch moderation. I get the ban. I swear, this isn't my bag, baby. It's like, you're the Austin Powers pump, this shit is my bag. Book signed by you, Austin Powers. You know, you come across some stuff. I recommend don't look through your parents' dresser when you're trying to find a lighter. Can't say I recommend it. Just let them grab it for you. I used to like fire. We had about an acre and a good number of trees. So we had pretty regular fires for leaves and sticks and branches and whatnot. And I was a little pyromaniac child. I would take something burning from the one burn pile and move it to the burn pile in the garden when no one was looking. And then we'd have two fires going. And my parents never wanted to have two fires going because if something went wrong with one fire, you need to be ready to put it out. And you got two fires. That's double the could go wrong. I was Oonga Boonga Man back then. Just, ooh, fire, fire, hot, fire. It was fun. I remember I tried to do lots of like campfire cooking stuff as well, like make flatbread and things like that. It never turned out very well, I'll be honest. The only thing I ever got to turn out halfway decent was pine needle tea. And I feel like they weren't the right kind of pine needles. It's that one I think I learned from a Gary Paulson book. It's why whenever I see that video of the guy that does a bunch of cooking videos outside where it's very beautiful, I'm like, man, that could have been me if I was just good at cooking. That and then going under the porch, grinding up various plants and things you found as a kid and making potions. All of them probably very poisonous because they got dried flowers from mom's garden bed. Well, I'm good at cooking now. I'm just not good at fireside cooking, if that makes sense. I just don't have the space to cook in my apartment as much as I would like. I have about 1.5 feet of counter space. And that's right. Being able to maintain temperature on a fire well is a skill that takes a long time to develop. Whereas me as a kid was like, yes, let's light the old Christmas tree. Yes, Inferno. Because if you ever burned an old Christmas tree when all the pine needles are brown and dried out, whoo, that goes up quick. Yeah, they're very different. I do wish I had a gas stove in my apartment. I have an electric stove, which is more economical, better for the environment, but there's something about a gas stove. The way you can move stuff on it is different. Because the electric stove largely cooks through induction heating. Like if you had an electric stove that was bowl shaped, you could move stuff around a lot more. But that would only really work for like a walk. You could have one nice burner like that, though, on a stove, probably. Oof. My energy drink is fighting. My energy drink is fighting the orange juice and chocolate milk. I should not have drinking all three of those things in such close proximity to each other. Again, if I had the space, I would have a little gas burner. I have Onigiri's Iwatani gas burning little indoor grill. And I also have a camping grill. Welcome back, Boreas. How did your homework go? We're talking about when I was beating my sister as a child and other things. Absolutely terrifying. Oh, my sister was trying to cause a fight with me when I was younger. Several years ago now. She kept pushing me around all night, and I was just dealing with it because, big brother, you're not allowed to hit your sister. And then finally, I was done. I wound back and I slapped her hard as I could across the face. She dropped to the floor, and I ran away. Because I knew I had only a few seconds before the stun would end, and then I would be in trouble. You know, siblings fighting. But I learned when I was young, I was like, I'm not allowed to hit my sister. But if she like grabs me and claws me and I showed the claw marks to my parents, I've won that fight. Because then she has to get her nails cut and she'll be very upset because she had very pretty nails. There were a few times where I thought I was going to get a scar from that. I'll be honest. She had long nails, very sharp. That's the tank mentality. And then my two brothers, rather than fight them directly, I would get them to fight each other. Now, this fight wasn't one I caused because they also just kind of hated each other. But at one point in time, one was trying to strangle the other, and the one that was being strangled grabbed the strangler's face and slammed it into the dishwasher. Like, I've seen WWE, but this was MMA. Ooh, boy, that's how you kill somebody once you introduce a weapon. And then at that point was when my mom came in and broke up the fight. And she was very upset because that's more than just a normal fight. WWE is the scripted wrestling, World Wrestling Entertainment. It's like John Cena, that sort of thing. MMA, not MME. A is an alpha. Mixed martial arts. That's the fighting that is meant to really hurt someone. Mixed martial arts. So you take like Krav Maga and Kung Fu and Chai Tea and karate and you mix it all together into John Cena's a heel. Wait, like the baddie? John Cena's the baddie? I thought they were out there bing chilling and all that. I knew they were like a China shill, but now they're a heel? Uh, ah, good for them. John Cena heel. Let's just go to images, see what I can see. See him hugging a man. See him punching a man. Go to news, maybe. John Cena has turned heel. Now all hell is breaking loose. Men are screaming. Children are crying. The sky is no longer blue. There was a disturbance in the force last weekend. I speak not of the destruction of the post-World War II global order. Okay, skip that part. No. On Saturday nights, John Cena, the iconic wrestler and up-and-coming movie star, drastically altered his character. He's a bad guy now. A despicable heel. To prove it, he beat up the top star on the show and announced himself as WWE's preeminent villain. This led to an outcry from the public that echoed around the world. It's the biggest story in wrestling and also one of the biggest stories in pulp culture right now. Article by Luke Winke. Wow. John Cena beat up a man. I mean, I'll be honest. If I was in that, I'd be like, no, I want to be a villain. I want to be dastardly and evil. Like, yes. Kill him. Make it hurt. Me over here arching my fingers, just, yes. Do it. Kill him and your journey to the dark side would be complete. Could you share it with me on the Discord? He kicked a dude in the balls? No! Villains don't kick people in the balls. Oh. Before I forget. There we go. Since you finished your homework, Boar, I suppose you've earned tummy time. Question: will Twitch.tv be mad at me if I have my whole chest out? Like if I took off the black shirt? It's just tummy time. I assume that's what this is. Well, I won't be able to stream on Friday. Boar says it won't. Panda says it will. And that's against TOS. What if I got like some pasties and put them over my nipples? So you're saying I need a toggle with me lifting up my shirt to show abs? Who is this VTuber? I mean, if they're already like partnered or something, they probably get away with it a little easier. 1 second. Shotgun. I cast you back into the abyss from which you came, bot scum. These robots, they hate democracy. Who is the streamer? Because I have looked up first track VTuber men. Usually it's just shirtless man wearing an apron and very muscly. Chris is like, am I thirst trap? And I was like, nope, I am twink. Well-toned twink, but twink. Let's see if Panda has... video. Here it is. Walmart ad. Wicked. Naked breasts. Ma- so you're saying I need pasties? Okay, Cena just kicked a man in the balls. Man, Cena looks like a villain when you're just looking down at a man rolling around on the ground, clutching his crotch. Just punch that man in the face. The Rock doesn't seem entertained. Wait, Cena's got brass knuckles? I don't like that. I don't like this, Panda. I don't like this. Oh, that's the issue. He went bald, and that makes you go evil. I don't like this, Panda. John Cena just baited the shit out of a man and stole his belt. I like that, Panda. I thought he was funny, man. I thought he was a funny little man, and now you're telling me he's evil? What happened to back when the day when we couldn't even see him? Oh, Panda, you might think this is funny. So when I came home today, my computer was playing the rock stream. The Praise Rock Oni Bros channel with the rock weather report. So I decided to backtrack and see how in the bloody blue blazes did I get to this stream. And turns out Onigiri had raided into rock, but Siren had raided into Onigiri, and Ari had raided into Siren. Or Siren, or however it's said. Yeah, the rock stream, you know, Oni Bro. It's the rock weather report. It's a rock on a string, and if it jumps, there's an earthquake. If it's warm, it's sunny. If it's wet, it's raining. If it's missing, it's foggy. You know, you don't know about this? That's impossible. There's like 200 people watching it at all times. The rock is swinging. It must be windy. 1 second. Here is your Japanese weather report. It's one of the 2 Japanese weather channels I like to watch. I think the one I used to watch actually stopped. I used to have a Japanese news channel that streamed on Twitch on in the background a lot because I thought it would help me learn Japanese. It did not, but it did fill the silence. The howling silence of the void. Wait, is that an earthquake? That's There's an earthquake happening. Rock is bouncing? Maybe a train's just going by. It's probably just a train going by. What's Papa doing? I swear to God, Lumi is still in her subathon? What's going on? Ma'am? Ma'am, it needs to end. You've got to stop this. Please. Please. This can't be good for you. She is on day 165 of subathon. 160. Please? Please, ma'am. Ma'am. Coconuts as well? Is Coconuts on a subathon of doom? Oh? Thank you very much for the follow, Harley Smith. I appreciate it. And welcome in, welcome in. Oh! We are... No, wait. Let me... We are two... We are 2 follows away from our goal right now. That's crazy. Two more follows to affiliate. That makes me really happy. That means we're 2 follows away from Drunk Dark Souls. I wonder if I should take a day off work and do like a 2-day drunkathon. No, I took a day off work and everything went to hell. Maybe once they move me to the evening shift, I could consider it. Because they're supposedly going to be moving me to nights. Oh, but I never talked about work stuff, I don't think. So my boss made me a bit mad. My new kitchen manager, she started around the same time as me. I became shift lead. She became kitchen manager when the last kitchen manager left. Because I didn't really want to bother with climbing corporate ladder, but she did before I did. Yeah, moving me to the evenings instead of the morning. Because we need someone that's actually making sure stuff is getting done at night. Because it's getting ridiculous. I keep saying to just fire them all and hire a new staff. I'd rather have no kitchen running than a kitchen that's not going to be up to snuff. But she was asking me like, so you're just not making cookies today? It's like, ma'am, you see how one of our ovens is currently disassembled? We don't have the ovens to have one set to 300 and something for cookies and then try and make everything else we need in just one oven. This isn't an option. Yeah, I'd be working to like 11 to 7 or something. Maybe all the way to close. I think that's what we might need. That means I'd probably end up streaming more mornings like I do on the weekends. And then later on the days I don't work. Because I'm tired of coming in and being like, hey, you clearly were eating over here and didn't clean up after yourself. You've left your aprons out that are dirty. Just put them in the hamper. Come on, please. You're not supposed to be hanging your coats over here. You're supposed to hang them on the conveniently provided coat rack. It's just a bunch of little things that, like, I know you are more than capable of doing this stuff right. Of taking the extra 5 minutes. Because I don't want to stay late catching up because you didn't do stuff. Last week, there wasn't a day where I didn't leave, where I left on time. It is a pain. I really don't want to change my schedule. I like the early mornings. I complain. I like to complain. But it's nice. Also, I need to refresh this. It's running really far behind. There we go. Ah, every job has its pains. I do love that my work is so close that I can walk there in the summers. It's like 4 blocks away from me. 3, 4 city blocks. It gets weird because there's a train track in the middle. I like the early hours because I leave by noon at the latest, or at least usually. Sometimes I have to stay a little late. But usually if I'm staying till noon, I'm off at like 12:30 at the latest. If you need to go rest, Boreas, I'm feeling a bit creepy. He's not sleepy. He's creepy. Ah! Are you patrolling somebody's social media and going really far back? Are you digitally stalking Frodo? I bet they're digitally stalking Frodo. That's my guess. Did I get it right? Did I get it in one? Am I a golf pro hole in one? Oh, you can see my model shift to the side and back a bit when I did that. I was right. I was so right. I must be psychic or something. Panda, should I be a psychic streamer? Uh, I could get a magic 8 ball and be a psychic. I'll die of starvation? What do you mean? Well, let me check and see if that's in the cards. Hunger, death, shit. That's what I was kind of thinking. If it being really bad at it could be really funny. No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I have to be out for another 4 hours or my sleep schedule will explode. I'm not allowed to be tired right now. Big, strong, not EP man. Actually, not big. I'm only 5'11 and 3/4. I'm tiny, minuscule. Sub 6 foot is puny. I'm in little guy territory. That being said, I don't want to be EP. Also, like in one of your posts from 2020, unless that was recent, isn't that odd? When you were friends with them, they may have just been on your profile and just started scrolling. What do you mean? I had to welcome one of my streamer friends in, Miss Ghost, Daisy, into the short club today because she was every time she measured herself, she was getting shorter. She started at 5'4" and ended up at 5'2.5". Oh, speaking of 3 inches, uh, don't lie. They might just be busy at the moment. Give them some time, Boar. They did just move and everything, didn't they? Oh yeah, 3 inches. So we had the repairman in today, uh, working on the oven. I was still using the 2 ovens above it while he was working, and he had this cart that was in my way. So I slid it back about 3 inches so I could get into the drawer behind it to get what I needed, right? And he was acting all fussy because I moved his cart. Like, sir, I only moved it 3 inches. Now, I know you might think 3 inches, oh, it's a lot because of what your wife says, but she's grading on a curve. But I held back. I held back. I did not tell the repairman that he only had 3 inches. I didn't do it. But, sir, I did not move it that much. 3 inches, not a lot. I hate to be the one to tell you that. Can't believe your wife hasn't. I think you might be stalking him more. I think you might be stalking your boyfriend, your former boyfriend. Personally, I think you two should long distance relationship. At this point, you're clearly both not over each other. He doesn't. I fix more shit than he does. He comes in to fix something, gives me some malarkey line about what's wrong with it. I'm like, sir, this component needs opened up. I don't have the specialty tool for it, and then cleaned inside. Don't tell me it's a wiring issue. It's not. I'm already like, nope. I will hang up all the new fixtures. I will do all this just to not have to deal with that man. Yeah, sometimes people just need them time. Although toxic time doesn't sound like a good time, if I'm being fully honest. Oh, I'm just too. I keep looking at that 48. 48 followers. That's crazy. I don't think I know that many people. Or 92 times today, 221 messages, assumedly today. Or are you the crazy ex girlfriend? I think Boar has locked in crazy ex girlfriend archetype. I don't think that's good. I think that, in fact, is kind of bad. I'll tell you right now, I've never called someone more than 3 times. And that was because I thought they died. Exactly. Is someone dead? Then why are you calling me? You're not crazy? Are you sure? I know, right? The shoe fits. I've never called anybody that many times, and I'm clinically insane. Old? Okay, I don't mind being called old anymore. I have a cute niece. I don't mind being old. I'm locked in. This is life. Oh, but my boss was telling me that I need to use the print and scan option on the Zebra to make our labels, right? And I'm very annoyed because that's a lot slower than just doing it on the very expensive machine. The machine that's only purpose is to make our labels. And I'm already like, ma'am, do you want to write me up for that? Because if so, I will go start working on applications now. I come in, I do my work, I go home. That's more than most of your employees. I used the print thing twice because she was still in the room and then went right back to doing it the old way. Because they wouldn't give us the option to do it the old way if they didn't want us to. I'm not flipping through menus on a Zebra to try and find what I need when it's usually not even on there. Yeah, you leave a voicemail. Send a text message saying what you need help with. And wait. If you told your mother you called someone that many times, they'd say you're crazy. Me, the old man in the room. I still hate voicemail because I always manage to stutter somewhere in the message and you can't start over. You know what I really hate? Automated phone lines with AI that tries to understand what you're saying. It's the worst. Well, let's hope your mother doesn't pay by call or by minutes. Ugh. Well, she should be stopping you, but since she's not, I'll tell you this, you're going to drive toxic away if you're that clingy. It's like a pet. You got to let them go. And if they come back, then they're yours forever. Oh, no. You don't. You probably have unlimited minutes. That's the norm now. But it used to be that you had so many minutes of phone call time. Yeah, if you're using like WhatsApp or something. But that if you're not, that's also an international call and those are more expensive. Think about it this way. If you didn't want to speak to someone and they called you 92 times, how would you feel? Or if you were just trying to have a relaxing afternoon and not look at phone, not do nothing, and you got 92 phone calls? Like, what if you were having bore time? Even if you had really wanted to have just a afternoon of doing nothing all by yourself? Now, what if it was your ex who was dating some attractive man? And what if it was your ex who was possibly in a relationship with another attractive young man? A little happy emote. I almost forgot about that one. Exactly. Speaking of, do you want to know more about Enshrouded? In the middle of stream, you would answer. I don't even answer my mom's phone calls in stream most of the time. Speaking of, I need to be better about answering my mom's phone calls. She thought I died when I was just doing like a 10-hour stream. Smile. Young and full of something else. Ayo. Ugh. I'm getting a little tired. But I don't want to do such a short thing. I'm better than this. Also, Bor, I can't tell if you're being willfully ignorant in this or if you're actually this naive. Exactly. Some people need their them time. That's just them and what they're doing. Then how are you not understanding what we're saying? It feels like you're willfully being ignorant here. I can't give a lot of romantic advice, but I've been good friends with a lot of my friends for a long time, and everyone needs their space when they need their space. Just send a message and wait. What's that supposed to mean? You tell me. Oh, Panda. Man, I should do an advice column. Oh, speaking of dating tall dudes, I found out that Daisy, my minuscule little streamer, is dating a 6 foot 10 inch man. Our little 5'4" streamer is dating a man literally a foot and a half taller than her. And honestly, fair. Would. Exactly. I'll be so honest, Panda. I'm lost tune out. But that might be the ADHD. I've lost focus. I've got to focus. Focus. Focus, Froggy. Focus. Oh, more headliners. More pictures of Spider Man. If I were to call someone that much, it would be for an emergency. I have the creeping suspicion that this isn't the first time you've messaged them or tried to call them that many times. Yeah. So they might just be ignoring you because they want their personal time. If you've done this before and it wasn't an emergency, then that's what they're probably doing. And I can't really blame them. And you shouldn't go turn off their Netflix or do anything to take that against them. People need their space. Give them a day or two and they'll probably get back a hold of you. You need a hobby. Yeah, but that would still be a dick move. You shouldn't hold that over them. You're still good friends, ain't you? Just give them a little time before you go nuclear like that. You should assume the best. You need another hobby. You do photography and video and streaming. Have you considered knitting? Really keeps the nagging Nans busy. I used to crochet. I wish I still knew how to do that. Crochet's pretty good too. You could also listen to the Kingmaker campaign that I've been listening to. You could read the book I've mentioned before. That Oh, you say ADHD? Have I got something for you? Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I gotta find it. Froggy Pathfinder. Was it Pathfinder? I hardly know her. No, that's not it. Kingmaker. Here. This series will keep you entertained for a while, my friend. No, stop playing stuff. And let me make sure that. Yep, the Eclectics. There we go. I've been really enjoying it. I'm 3 or 4 episodes in right now. And let me see their playlist. Oh, I'm practically caught up. If you enjoyed it, looks like you might have to go to their Patreon to watch the rest. Or maybe. The podcast is exclusive to Patreon. How dare they? How dare they put their content behind a paywall? How dare they try and make money and be profitable? I'm furious. I will be paying for that this weekend, but I am still furious. So that's a dozen hours of content there. That there content, baby. It's very fun. They're little weirdos, and I love them. Froggy is playing Miss Lala Oopsie, a Leshy, which is a plant person. The build pops off at level 2, I keep hearing, but they're not level 2 yet for where I'm at. Just wait till level 2, they said. Just wait till level 2. She did kind of just Gnome Nightmares, Only Good Dreams, choke a man out, which was very entertaining. Choked a just covered a pompous rich man's mouth till he went back to sleep. I also find it funny that they fought a frost giant at level 1. As a D&D player, that terrifies me. It's like, no, 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 wait. I know what a frost giant is. Stop. Well, I wanted to go till 4 o'clock, but I'm getting a bit sleepy, so I think I might be calling it here. Nags is having a collab before long. Maybe we go say hi to Mr. Uncle Nags and all their cool, fun friends. What do you guys think? You're the one that'd be going to go see them. I see no complaints. Yeah, big nose Italian man. NAGZZ21. Oh, his settings do not allow me to raid at this time. 1 second. Stream manager. Well, let's see if Mr. Ray will take the raid since he's also in that collab. Uru Ray song. Nope, not raid either. Next is Miss Doki in the collab. Nope. Well, this is just getting a bit ridiculous. It's almost like nobody in the collab is allowing raids. Why would they do that? Let me check something. When was the last time I raided Papa? I want to avoid raiding them too often. 6 days ago. Giga and Sayu? But they're really big. They're scary big. Oh, Imptra? Kamimi? Oh, looks like Camila's just starting and going to be doing some art today. What do you guys think about art? Do you guys like art? I suppose we could go see Giga. Let's see if it'll let me. Slash raid Giga. Nope, can't. Giga too famous. Aha! I found someone. It's Camila. I had to go down quite far in the list, but we found her. We're gonna do Unk Raid because I find it funny that I'm old man now. Camila is absolutely hilarious. I really enjoy her content as well. I just thought doing a raid into one of the collabs would be nice, since that's like raiding into multiple people. Really spreads the love. But I will see you guys Thursday, tomorrow, but not on Friday because of my work meeting. I also won't be streaming on Saturday since that's my normal rest day and I will be out of town. But then we'll do something big on Sunday to make up for being gone for 2 whole days. The Prank Wars. But with that, bye-bye.